everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Definitely keep your head on a swivel. You all know that we do have a border crisis, and according to the Heritage Foundation, they're at the southern border, a place where President Joe Biden is legally obligated to secure over 250,000 encounters of illegal aliens came into the U.S. this month alone, and this month isn't over. So what would you think about Hamas and Hezbollah coming into our country? It is going to happen. You hear me? It is going to happen. As of October, supposedly 56 Palestinians were admitted to settle in the United States. In the past 10 years, fewer than 600 Palestinians in all have come to the U.S. as refugees, according to the State Department. The numbers were so low, in part because Palestinians cannot follow the same pathway into the U.S. as other nationalities. Well, that's going to change very soon. Now, according to an article on Hazret, Knesset member and a former UN ambassador, Danny Danon, said Monday night in an interview on the Israeli radio station Kambet that the state of Israel has received inquiries from countries willing to take refugees from the Gaza Strip. He said, I received inquiries from various countries, from countries that are already taking in refugees, and in the past were even in contact with the state of Israel on the issue. These are countries from South America and Africa, said Danon, adding that some of them asked for payment and some of them asked for other things. According to the MK, this is a voluntary migration of Palestinians who wish to leave. He said it happens in every war. Look at what is happening in Syria. 1.5 million went to Jordan, 3 million went to Turkey, and another few million went to Europe, Danon said. He also said that they will keep in touch with countries of the region first and countries of the world and not scare them with large numbers. If each country receives 10,000, 20,000 Gazan, this is significant. According to him, he said, we are better off if they stay in their tents and ride their donkeys if they choose to commit terror. He also said there is no reason to rehabilitate Gaza if they are not ready to renounce incitement and terrorism. No, they're going to ship them to Africa, South America, and where do you think they're going to end up? At our borders. Danon said that the voluntary migration program for Gaza residents in the liquid fashion meeting on Monday, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he is ready to encourage voluntary migration of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip, but that Israel issue is finding countries to accept the refugees. Well, evidently South America is going to do it, and so is Africa. In 2010, Brazil had firmly stressed its support for the Palestinian state within the borders of the 1967 treaty. The Brazilian government also advocated the end of the blockade in the Gaza Strip. Brazil is already home to around 70,000 Palestinians, and they say that there is already about 700,000 Latin Americans of Palestinian origin living across 14 countries in the region. In Chile, there's currently 500,000 descendants of Palestinians. They even have their own football club there called Club Deportivo Palestino, honoring the Palestinian community's heritage. The players wear their keffiyeh, the black and white scarves, when they enter the field. And here's a Twitter post showing that. They don't want to assimilate into anyone else's society. Yeah, they want to just keep spreading their hate. Venezuela was the first nation to provide free travel and movement to Palestinians without the need of a prior visa, providing resident rights to Palestinians. As you know, we currently have a conflict between Venezuela and Guyana about border and oil. Once these illegal immigrants cross the border into the United States, they're given a court date. And then I'm going to show you this video of a woman whose husband has a gun store. ATF recently changed the laws where once they get their paperwork and come into the United States, they are now legally allowed to buy guns.
So my husband owns a gun shop, and he just called me to tell me that the ATF has made updates to their background check policy, and effective today, they give an exemption to illegal immigrants to be able to purchase firearms. Now, this strangely coincides with California, New York, and Chicago making it legal for illegals to be police officers. Tell me our government isn't about to pull some shenanigans without telling me our government's about to pull some shenanigans.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican presidential candidate, accused one of his opponents, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, of trying to import Palestinians into the U.S. The average person in Gaza has been taught to hate Jews. You know, their view is that they don't necessarily want their own state. What they seek is the destruction of the Jewish state. That is not limited to Hamas. It is widespread, deeply embedded belief among Palestinian Arabs in the Gaza Strip, DeSantis said. Former President Donald Trump also said that he would extend his travel ban to Gaza if he is reelected. Trump claimed on Social Truth that members of Hamas, the terrorist organization in Gaza, responsible for carrying out the attacks on Israel, were pouring over the southern border. The Department of Homeland Security said the idea that members of Hamas are pouring across the border, or that numbers have increased recently, is false. The exact number of recent border crossings who are associated with Hamas remains classified. Many Muslim terrorist organizations, including Hezbollah, Hamas, Al-Qaeda, have strong presence in South America. They are particularly active in the tri-border area, the region where Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina meet. I did not realize there was such a large population already there in South America. And yeah, what countries are making the call for more to come to South America? How many already here in the United States? Who's paying them to come over to South America? Yeah, this is some scary stuff. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you.